Hey guys, Green back here with more Heroes Bash. Today I want to go a little bit more in depth on that tier list creator that I made. So we're actually going to start with these guys right here. So Orcs, that's kind of the team I'm mainly going with. I like them. I like the tanky aspects of things. But for Siege defense, the reason why I have him listed this way is simply because Chompawat, again, his ability along with Thanatos, both of them have abilities that kind of go off more regularly than like your 90-second or your 15-second type abilities. These guys can typically have their ability go off, every 10 to 15 seconds. Now with Chompawat, his ability to have a shield so he just stops all damage is huge. Especially since when that shield depletes and goes away, it stuns enemies around him. Now in defense, it pretty much stuns anything that's attacking him or anything that's close by. This allows your other champions essentially to come up and out damage them. On defense, with all of your cannons and archers and who knows what kind of totems you have, making those things also explode and deal damage, and you just want to make sure you hold them in place as long as you can. And Chompawat is probably the best case scenario to do that right now. Even if they are more stronger than you, at that point maybe they can hold off and you have a building or two left and they can't 3-star you. In war, that's all you're looking for. Chompawat, to me at that point, is the best. Tier 1 God Siege Defense. Thanatos is more of that character where if you are stronger than your opponent and you put a lot into him, his attack speed and vamp, his lifesteal, end up making him a complete team killer. He is the one, I guess, team killer on the orc side right now. There is, of course, Imperatus, which is not on this list because he just came out. But I do believe that he could be also S-class top tier, not only in siege defense, but in arena. His ability to just pull everything in within 8 blocks is pretty major. It does a nice amount of damage. And if you ask me, that teamed with certain things, not necessarily going completely one race, makes that ability overpowered. Anyways, I'll talk about that more in a little while. Then you have Valen. Valen, one of those continuous damage DPS type champions. Again, the higher he is, the more threat he becomes. But he's on there because of the sheer amount of damage input he can put. Now, orcs are a little different in comparison to elf and hero, I believe, on the A team listing for siege defense and below. I think personally everything below that S rank for siege defense is complete crap. Other races, A's and B's even, will work out well in defense. The reason why I do not like the A's, B's, C's, of course D's, the garbage tier classes, is simply because, for example, Lorgio, he doesn't really do his ability as spin to win. That's his number one thing. You take that away from him, he poops the bed. You do have your nice healer here, Baghdad, but he unfortunately likes to use his main ability in the wrong spots usually. And oftentimes the only thing you really get from him is when your character dies, they get that healing aura, and that's really nice if you guys are all grouped. But if they're all grouped, chances are you're going to get destroyed. Grouped is good for certain things, but certain characters can come in and just dominate you before they even touch you. So I don't like him either. I don't like the other guys because, again, same type of thing. The benefits for the team comp in Siege is just so hard to say they're going to stay there. And again, doesn't use its blast technique with the cannon. It just kind of shoots from a distance. The only reason why it's better than your C-ranked range unit is simply because it has more damage as it levels and it can level higher. But that's your orc team, guys. There's really no reason to talk about them on the other side. Um, Going into PvP aspects at that point, you will have some differences. Let's see here. Here's our PvP aspects of them. Okay. So, PvP wise, it doesn't change a lot, but I do believe that PvP, Thanatos kind of drops down below Valen. Valen at hyper elevated levels and runes and everything like that ends up being more damage output, and the tank aspect of Thanatos is kind of taken away. He just kind of has the area of effect damage, just boom, 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 boom. If you can hold him there and he's not a target, he's good, but he's unreliable, is the major part. Anyways, guys, I hope that really works out well for you guys. Imperatus and Largio, by the way, in PvP, ends up being a great composition. My team, for example, in PvP, it doesn't follow a lot of these guidelines because, again, the team comp can make up everything. I have 4 orc, 1 elf. I actually use Champawat, Lorgio. I use the tree guy from the elves. And ooh, what else am I using right now? That's right. I'm using Imperatus. And I'm also using, I think, Dash, actually. So I'm using 3 and 2. Yeah. That's kind of the major thing. That or I'm using Thanatos. I think it depends on the base. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, the four orc, one elf is my thing. It's probably not the best strat, but I find they don't die often. They heal up due to that elven tank. And I can pretty much go right back to my battles, not use too much of my day. 4 or 5 hours is enough. Anyways, guys, I hope that helps for your orc thoughts on what you're doing for defense, PvP. Any questions, of course, let me know. If you think that one of those champions on that listing is, maybe a little lower than they should be, let me know. How you experience them could be different than the way I tested them. Anyways, guys, keep bashing on. As always, have a great day. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back with your next one.